Welcome to our recording in progress. I'm always too quick. Good morning and welcome to our little Zoom session this morning, just showcasing the TM7 and some of its little fun features that are a little bit different and new to us. So we do have our L plates on. We're still learning as well. So feel free to giggle at us if we do something a little bit backwards. It's Sunday morning too. That does not help, but that's okay. I'm here with Kimberly.
Howdy.
Hello. So I've been a consultant for 9 years. I'm a team leader, absolutely love the product, and it's a very exciting time. I got started to, remove the numbers out of my kids' diet because there's a few very sensitive children that would bounce for days. So it was a really good tool for me in the kitchen to make sure life was a little bit easier at home.
I started 6 years ago as a consultant. I got my Thermomix 9 years ago as soon as Michelle signed up at my delivery.
Yeah.
The reason I got mine was I actually had to do FODMAP for 12 months and it was so much easier to work out what was going in my food.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I don't have to do that to the same extent anymore.
No,
I know what I can't eat.
Yeah. you learn, and with this you can substitute things and get a good feel for it.
Just search and filter.
Yeah, good comment. I actually saw the part of Kimberly's delivery demo where they chopped down the veggies for 10 seconds, a whole bowl full of vegetables, right down, and went, yeah, that's going to help me. So there'll be something when you see a Thermomix that'll make you go, yeah, that's for me. All right, so we're going to get started. Today we thought we'd show you the dough feature in the TM7. So, and then we're going to move on to saute some onions because we can brown manually without a recipe, which is very exciting. I love onions and she doesn't. So Kimberly's going to be on the other side of the kitchen when
onions don't love me. It's also part of FODMAP.
And then Kimberly's going to showcase how to make carbonara.
Yes.
Yep.
So carbonara, not creamy carbonara.
Yeah, nice one. Awesome. All right, so let's get started. You'll notice for the TM7, it's got this massive screen, which just makes it so easy to use. So I've just searched Pizza Bianca. And like I said, I'm going to tweak this a little bit. So bear with me. I've preheated the oven and I will get a baking tray ready, which I haven't done yet. But that's okay.
Where will I find it?
No. I'll do that later. In the tower of, who else has got baking tray tower in their cupboard? Yeah. So I will deal with that.
Mine's drawn in the oven. Oh, I have to take them out every time, put them on the stove.
Great idea. All right, so garlic, I'm leaving the garlic in. I decided to skip the rosemary just because I'm going to use the onions to pop on top. Now, you're popping your garlic in and it's all here. Chop tells you to put the lid on, press play, and it'll chop. So I know Zoom does cut the noise out a little bit, and I will upload a video later just of it needing so you can hear the difference because it is a lot quieter. So scrape the sides. I thought I'd forgot this was going to go. All right, scraping down the sides. Now remember with your spatula, when you're using your spatula, any Thermomix, that you need to go clockwise. Don't go anti-clockwise because you will catch it on the blade. The blades are super sharp. All right. You can re-chop that because normally you would have rosemary in it, but I'm not doing that.
Did you at least double the garlic?
Yeah,
good.
I always double the garlic.
If there's 2, you put 4.
I always do more. So you can transfer that and set it aside, but I don't with this recipe. I actually leave the rosemary and the garlic in while I make the dough, just so it really gets that flavour through. So now it's asking for 220 grams of water. So we'll do that, and you can see the old-fashioned type scale picture. It's really cute. There we go. Nearly there.
We're not usually exact, but the TM7 has a fun feature now that we keep trying to catch.
Yeah, I know. So see, when you hit close to, it highlights and it ticks itself off, which is just a little fun. And normally you don't have your ingredients always necessarily. You might be super organised, but I don't. So I'm getting the next ingredient while it ticks it off, which is quite cool. So now we've got instant yeast and some raw sugar. Now I use brown sugar just because I like that it takes that doughiness out of your doughs, and just a teaspoon, it helps activate the yeast. That's optional for you. All right, now it's telling me to put the lid back on so you can see it's quite user-friendly. Press play. And now it's just going to warm and activate that yeast together for a couple of minutes. So this recipe is it's a fun one because if you've got leftover Parmesan cheese, you can pop that on top at the end.
Oh, I make this when I have unexpected guests because dips take all of 2 minutes and then I slice this into like fingers.
Yeah. And the other thing with this is it makes two. However, if you make it into one, it's almost like a focaccia style. But if you want to, roll it out super thin if you need it to go further, and then just let it prove up another 10 minutes, and you'll get that nice consistency. So you can be a little bit cheeky with your pizza doughs and really get as much out of it as you need. What else? Do you do anything else with your pizza, Bianca? Or pizza in general? Pizza
no, I like
delicious.
to do it. I do it on the large cooking tray. I don't do round anymore. I like to cut it completely out like a slab.
Yeah.
Get squares. I don't have to worry about the ones that don't eat crust. They get the middle of the slab.
Oh yes, the fussy children.
And you may notice there's no arms.
Yeah.
We go through a couple of different things.
Yeah.
That's fun. Easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michelle, if she wanted to, could actually take the lid off now while it's cooking. But there's a little padlock on the screen and it tells us if we're allowed to have a sticky beak or not. And it just replays itself.
So if you went, oh, actually, I didn't put sugar in it, but maybe I will, you can grab your sugar, throw it in, and shut your lid again. So that's a bit cool. I'd forgotten about. I didn't even notice the padlock.
Oh, see, we'll each pick up different things.
See, our plates are on, and I'm not a reader. How funny! But it tells you what the temperature is set to, or where it's at, as opposed to where it's set to. And you got your countdown. You've got a pause button if it was on a higher speed, and you do need to pause it to open. So very quite fun. Get your little cap here. So rather than your measuring cup, it's a cap. So that's quite fun.
It's really lovely.
Yeah, I know. I had to tell all my family, I'm like, this is not something to be thrown out. Because I was worried they'd think it was something different that wasn't for us. There we go.
If you've got liquid in here, do put it on.
Oh,
Even though there's no real massive hole in the lid.
oh, well, you have
find
to.
its way out.
It tells you. Yeah. So now we're doing baker's flour. And no, you can't substitute for plain flour and self-raisings and all of that because the glutens are different, proteins different, or whatever the sciencey thing is. You'll end up with rocks. Long story short, it's not tasty. So baker's flour you can buy just in the normal supermarket, Costco, places like that. So see, it's highlighted for me. Some olive oil. There we go. It's in this tiny little thing because I just bought a tub of it. It's not me, is it?
It's very dainty for Michelle.
I know. Olive oil normally just gets a good slosh. Now, salt on top because salt and sugar are not, salt and yeast are not friends. They cannot be trusted together.
And you'll lose your rise.
And you'll end up with rock hard again. Yeah, it won't rise at all, will it? All right, so now it's going to knead. So I will address the elephant in the room of the kneading. There have been some horror stories and videos online of them falling off benches. Common sense. Let's use it. If you've got a machine that has something moving inside, let's not leave it right on the edge of the bench unattended. Yeah? So that's the rule with any Thermomix. We don't walk away when it's on dough mode. It's always been the instruction. It's no different with the 7. But the other thing I'd love you to check, well, mine's not moving. It's just not. And I've used it a few times with knead and it's not moved. One thing though, if you do find it moves, see what you're cleaning your bench tops with, especially if they're stone, because there was one time I bought a proper stone bench top cleaner and this thing was having a disco party. It was like 360ing, like I've never seen, not this one, it was the TM6. So I moved the Thermomix, I got soap and water, I wiped down the bench with palm olive dish, you know, and dried it and it was fine. But whatever I cleaned the bench with, that was a stone cleaner, had like a polish in it or an oil, and it just made it like a slip and slide. So just think about that. Wherever you keep the Thermomix, don't be putting your fancy bench top cleaners on it. But it doesn't
move.
It doesn't. So it's no different to the TM6 though, and the TM5 and the TM31s. TM31s were told to put it in the sink with no water in it, of course. So it didn't move. Yeah. So I'm like, no, don't do that. but there's no need. So I just wanted to address that because there have been I've seen a couple of posts.
Yeah.
But if I was doing this at home, like not on Zoom, there's no way this would be here. If I had to go anywhere, I would put it in the middle of my bench. But it's 2 minutes. Like the Thermomix saves time. For 2 minutes, there's plenty of dishes and bits and pieces you can do in the kitchen. If you've got your back to it, I suggest putting the simmer basket in front of it. So if it does move, the simmer basket falls down. I've always done that with all my Thermomixes as well.
Different tune.
Yeah, different song. Hopefully they heard that. And then we're just popping that out onto a mat to prove. Look at that. How cool is that? So 2 minutes of it kneading replicates 10 minutes of you doing it. Okay, have fun. I'm going to sort that out because I've got one for later that I've prepared earlier. But do you want to?
I want to start.
Do you want to bless them with the pasta dish?
Sure. I love this dish actually. My daughter introduced the only type of carbonara that exists. So when she went to a restaurant and ordered carbonara, she was so upset and disappointed. She go to a restaurant and it's creamy. So this is a proper one. So this is a TM7 recipe. I'm just going to click start. I'm going to bring over my ingredients. And as you can see, it's actually not a lot. This one's pretty much a pantry staple. It does have pan cheddar. You can swap that out for prosciutto or bacon. Usually I use bacon, especially with kids. So Parmesan cheese, 60 grams. The next cheese is optional. I don't know if I can pronounce it correctly. Pecorino. That one here. Manually tick those off. And I'm going to go next. I'm sticking ahead, aren't I? I'm going to go next. We're going to grate in 10 seconds. I'm just going to hit play. Lucky it's only 10 seconds. But it's very powerful 10 seconds. Going to go next. Transfer into a small bowl and set aside. So that are those two cheeses. Small bowl. Going back to the bowl for 2 seconds. Whatever. She's trying to control me.
Oh, I'm trying to be helpful.
She's very trying.
I am.
Yeah. So yeah, like Michelle said, clockwise. I'm going to try and get out as much cheese as I can. I love this spatula.
It took a minute to get used to, but it's good.
Oh, but the first thing I made was red velvet cake. And the amount of batter I got out of the bowl as opposed to the smaller spatula was amazing. Yeah. So I'm going to go next. I want some onions. Sorry, did I make that face? 30 grams of onions.
You said that out loud.
I don't think my face would have said it out loud regardless. 150 grams of prosciutto for us. And I need extra virgin olive oil. Did you leave me enough in your little...
How much have you got?
Oh, you've got it here.
No, that's not really.
What's that?
I don't know.
That's egg white.
Oh, yeah. Wait, hang on. How much did you
I
need?
need 20 grams. Let's see how much you left me with. You left me with 9 because it didn't tear for me.
This is very professional, see?
Gimme.
I know. I cook with olive oil so much, and I do have a big container, but it's sprung a leak. Uh-oh. Just like I did.
I was just going to pour directly from that big bowl. Big bottle. I have to be pretty unmanly.
Well, we'll just pretend you didn't see the big.
I'm just going to add 10 because I already added some.
Yes, of course.
And then I snip my scales. A little bit more than 10.
No, doesn't matter.
Tick. You don't have to tick. You can still go to the next stage even if you don't.
Yep.
3 seconds. There's no turning the dials. There's no anything. It's set to go, and I'm just going to hit play, which works really well. By not having those dials, it's one less thing to try and clean around.
Yeah.
That's a big takeaway.
Oh, huge.
So I'm going to go next. Scrape down. I'll see what it looks like first. Oh, doesn't that look appetizing? Until it's good. Scrape down the sides of the mixing bowl. Oh, does this mean I get to have this for lunch because we're on Zoom and we're not feeding the guests?
Yeah. That's why I put far less onion in it. That was a token amount of onion, just FYI.
However, if you don't can't have onion or don't like onion, the green part of the leek works really well in this recipe as well, and it's a lot better on the tummy.
Sorry.
That's okay. Now we're going to saute for 5 minutes. So, I was going to get you to show them the spatula while you took the dough out.
That's okay.
That's
We can
all right.
do that.
Going to get this plate and we're going to saute.
We'll do plenty more days of this.
Yeah.
Plenty more. Pick some tricks up our sleeve.
Oh, now you still can with the TM7. Skip to the next step. Have a look at what do you think you used to call it?
What's that?
No, it was called something else. Preview. Preview the next. I know it started with P. You can preview the next steps and see where you're up to.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go hunting and cookie do again. Have a look at what you're doing first.
Yeah.
Or next.
Yeah.
What's this one? 15 minutes on with the machine. That's probably why my daughter likes to make this one the most. 40 minutes in total.
Yeah, cool.
It's an easy one. Very, very easy one. All right, Shell's very quickly cleaning the bowl.
Yeah. I'm going to get going with, sorry, as consultants, we're spoilt brats. So we've gone from TM6s. Yeah, I'm a spoilt brat. I think I had about 3 bowls per machine for my TM6s. So now I'm back to 1 and it's just killing me. So when we have second bowls available, I will definitely let you know. And if you are considering being a consultant, it's a great way to earn them.
Not sure if you can see, but the light's pretty light. We've gone from a green light to a red light. And it'll go yellow in between.
That's so fun.
We've got our, it's not smoke, steam.
Steam, it's definitely not smoke.
That steam's coming out, so it's looking nice and hot. I suppose I'll go through some of the differences while Shell's cleaning her bowl.
Yeah.
Another reason with the dough that it seems to not move as much, instead of having a glider board like the TM6 does, it's built in.
Yeah.
So it's got our little caster wheels on the back of it to move it back and forwards.
I don't have the bowl in mine, so if I lift mine up and show, see how these are your solid sort of rubber blade stoppers, but you see the white one? It's like a smoother stopper, so that when you tip it, it glides, just like the board was. No different.
And I guarantee Michelle just had a little mini heart attack when she picked that up, going, please make sure the bottom's clean.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did, just in case they've been dragged around the hilt, these thermomixes lately. All right. So if I want to cancel this recipe, I can scroll down from the top and just hit the X, so back to our cooking center, where there's a timer, scales, and a pre-clean function. All right, so I'm going to hop out of that completely now, and I'm going to go to our modes. Now we've got browning mode, which I'm very excited about because I honestly, hand on my heart, there is a very big difference between earlier models and when we got the high heat capability in the TM6 and the TM7, being able to do that manually is amazing. So we used to have to find a recipe that sort of suited what we were looking for, and we'd use that. Whereas now you can just click onto the mode and click into it. I've had a little bit of a play with it. I love onion, as we've mentioned. I like it in wedges. I really enjoy it like that. So it takes a smidgy bit longer, but it's just, I've just popped that in. I probably should have made it smaller for the focaccia, but hey, whatever, that's fine. You can choose how long. So the other night I did, we had a really quick dinner and we were just having hot dogs. Always wanted something fun. Oh. So I did the onions with the hot dogs. Yeah. And it was so easy and so good. Souvlaki, things like that, it's delicious to do. So you can choose gentle or intense. Just like me, intense. Okay. Not gentle, intense. All right. So that's there. Oops, I keep doing that crooked.
It's when you're standing behind it, it's a little bit harder.
It's tricky, yeah.
It's not as hard.
Stop. I didn't put oil in. And then I'll put a little bit of olive oil.
Here's your dainty little bottle.
Look, what's it saying?
Mode stopped and requires a restart. Yeah. Nice little safety feature.
Yeah, well, it's good. It really is good. All right. So there's safety features galore with this, which I absolutely adore because, you know, we're all distracted and sometimes it's not even about common sense. You're just too busy doing other things. All right, so I'm just going to do 10 minutes.
Oh, the kids are taking it out of you.
The kids have sucked the life out. Because I'm only doing 10 minutes because I want it to start to brown because it's going to be baked in the oven as well.
Oh, okay.
So I just want them seared, sauteed, like Otherwise, if I'm doing things like hot dogs, I caramelize them. So I go about 14 to 18 minutes, depending how many onions you have in there as well. You do hear it sizzle. You don't hear it on Zoom, unfortunately, but it replicates you standing there and stirring. So you will hear it, the blades turn, and then it'll stop and it'll sizzle. And then you'll hear the blades and then it'll stop. So it's really cool. See, mine's gone orange. Can you see that? Oh, now it's red. Never mind.
It never stays orange for long, ever. Well, that's perfect timing because we're back to my machine. How good is that? So I'm going to go next, and that's going to get transferred into a serving bowl. Make myself space.
Yeah.
Just don't move on. I like to use 2.6. So she's going to move them. You can't see them, they're behind me.
Just to show you.
Clockwise, get it all out. Oh,
And yeah, 2.6 litre thermoserver.
yeah.
And they're really cool. They're one of our host awards. So if you want a thermoserver, you can get it one of two ways, by our host awards or by joining a contest in one of the awards there.
Bit on, still hot, still got my light. Can you go next? Water.
Water?
A lot of water.
Oh, how much water?
1.2 litres.
Oh, way more than that. Sorry.
That's okay.
Go back up.
I do like these scales.
They're really fun. It's a little touch, but I like it.
And the bowl itself, with the green, it's filled up as well.
For the more visual learners, it's actually a really big game changer. It's kind of ticked all the boxes because we all learn in different ways. It's got the written for the right, you know, those that like to learn from reading. It's got your visuals, which also makes it easy for children and teenagers to use it too.
And it's going to tip itself up. Ding. Ding. Half teaspoon of sea salt. Salt. Yep. It's cute, this thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Wherever.
And I'm going to go next. All right, this is a long point. This is 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 100 degrees, speed one. So I'm getting that water up to temperature before I put my pasta in.
I'll play with the dough. Should I play with the dough?
Yeah, the adult version of Play-Doh.
Edible as well. Like,
You can make edible Play-Doh.
Play-Doh is edible, but yeah, the Play-Doh and the Thermomix is amazing. And then when my kids were little, because they were Dennis the Menace type children, I used to get the edible glitter just in case, and I'd put that in the Play-Doh as well. So if you just, with a damp cloth, you watch, it won't work now that I've said that. There we go. If you wipe your bench with a damp cloth and then put your silicone mat on, it kind of sticks. It holds it a bit better. Now, these silicone mats are, they're silicone on the outside, but their silicone encapsulates the fiberglass on the inside. So it really helps with, if you're going to work with pastries and things, you wrap it up and put it in the fridge and it'll keep it cooler while you're working your pastry. Otherwise, for things like the dough, it does help prove it because it keeps that warmth in from when you just kneaded it and heated it, etc. So these again, well, these are available in the mix shop, but they are a host award as well. And again, usually in your consultant kit or earning along the way somewhere. We've got some amazing incentives that we earn as consultants along the way. And I'm so excited with the TM7 being out because it's only going to get better and better.
I find the mats perfect for fondant.
Oh,
Fondant needs to stay warm to be able to be worked. So I like doing
yeah, true.
fondant.
Anything you can bake it in the oven too, but I don't because I like it to look clean. When you bake it in the oven, it goes darker, like it changes colour from obviously, like all oven mats do. All right. I'm just making one out of this today. I'm not.
Just going to be a nice focaccia with onion.
Yeah. I'm not going to put onion on a lot, but I will put it on some of it just because, like I said, the kids.
That's on tomato.
Yeah, they're there. Oh,
I know.
I'll just put them away. Yep. So
Anything on.
olives. Geez, I think Lachlan's even put we put in there before? Pineapple.
And your garlic is in the dough, isn't it? It's
Yep.
not on top.
No, it's in it. So when I make this to the recipe where it's got the rosemary in it, it's all in it, and you see the flecks through it. Because I find when you put it on top, it's nice, but it can fall off once you bake it. So just sea salt, a little bit of olive oil, and whatever topping you like. It depends if you're using it for dips and things like that. Then obviously you just keep just sea salt maybe and
Sea salt and a bit of oil.
olive oil. Yeah, yeah. I'm not in my best dough form today, but that's okay. All right.
It needs to be perfect.
No, it doesn't. So, like I said, I could have divided that into two and rolled it out and made two and just let it prove up a little bit, but I really like doing it this way. So I've only got 3 minutes left of this one. And same with if you're making scrolls, bread rolls, etc. Just make it your own. You can make them all different shapes, whatever suits. You just need to make sure with dough on days like today, you find a nice warm spot or in the sun. Sun's out today, which is exciting. All right. Do you do any other variations?
No,
Stop playing.
really. I jumped on that bandwagon of making it into a picture where I cut tomatoes in half and they become the flowers, half the trees and all that sort of thing.
That was our
Looks,
thing.
yeah, it looks fantastic, not practical.
Doesn't taste so good when you get a big slab of parsley. Parsley tree.
It's a really good rice dough, this one, with
Nice.
balsamic vinegar, because it's just got not quite sourdough, but it's got all those little holes through it when it rises, and it's, I love it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, well, we can choose what we want with it, really. But I'll make a little bit with when your husband comes over later, he can have the caramelized onion bit.
Oh, yeah.
He'll like that.
Something we have to eat lunch and share it with him.
I know. Yeah, the boys can eat that.
I just saw a new colour. It went green, yellow, now it's orange.
Is it cooling down? Or
No, it's heating up.
oh, it's heating up.
Green,
Oh,
cold,
just heard what you said.
yellow.
Oh, yeah.
There should go red soon. What are we on? 75 degrees. There we go. It's now turning red.
Oh, that's cool. So it's
Yeah.
the slower heat, that one. Again, the recipe wants it to slowly heat up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first thing you cooked in your TM7?
Vegetable stock paste. I'm
Well,
a bit boring.
What was the second thing you cooked in your TM7?
Oh, what was it? A smoothie. Banana muffins. Nothing exciting. Oh, no, sauteed onions. Sorry. It was vegetable stock paste, sauteed onions, and then banana muffins. What about you?
First thing was the red velvet cake, and then 3 different curries.
Yeah.
I make a lot of curries with them because it toasts all of the spices first when they're in their whole.
Yeah.
Toast them, then mill them down.
Yeah.
And it's how it should be done. It's the proper way.
Well, it increases the flavour, doesn't it?
Traditional.
Much nicer. All right. What are you on? We're going to be close. You have 4 minutes.
I'm on 4 minutes.
I'm on 1 minute, but it smells divine.
Just hear it bubble. Oh,
What did we forget?
it's just, we'll give Michelle another tap.
Oh, no.
She's already getting the cloth. It still works when wet or with anything on. I can still play with my screen.
Did you work for Danos Direct and you've got the mop ready?
Don't tell Shella I was doing that.
Suddenly a 3 a.m. commercial. Oh, that's a good point. Yes.
It is. It's great. Hands are dirty. Just
Yeah.
she recognises it.
All kids are
And
cooking.
this is so much easier to clean as well.
It's quite quick. Yeah, you just give it a quick wipe.
Even the base. There's no arms. I
No.
have to try and dig into to clean.
There's no little crevices, yeah, like you say, there's no little brushes required.
Yeah. When I first saw pictures of these, I thought these were like hair dents.
Oh, did you?
And it'd be really hard to clean.
Oh, so you panic.
I don't panic.
No, but you were like, uh-oh.
I was like, damn, more cleaning.
Yeah.
But they're not. So when we don't have a Thermomix sitting on top, see, I'll show you that they're not.
Yeah, no.
Well, not really good. You've added moves to it.
Yeah, I know my children with it. I click my fingers at them and they just go, teenage boys, yeah. I'm being silly.
My kids are too scared to use it.
Oh, it's actually, like, so Kimberly's children, her daughters cook in her Thermomix all the time. And mine don't cook so much, but it was funny. As soon as the 7 was on the bench, because I was in and out with it, training and things, but as soon as it sat there for a red hot minute, they were onto it. I just
sunflower butter?
I'll just give it a wash off. Yeah, so they actually were really, so the teenagers were super interested in it. All right, I'm just going, I should show you. Look at that. So I just wanted it lightly sort of browned. Like I said, if I was doing hot dogs or something, I would have put that on for another probably 5 or so minutes.
Something else, look. I'm not burning myself.
Oh yeah,
I've got that part.
I forgot just then. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm giving you bowl a hug.
I love it.
Entering your personal space.
Well, you know.
So it's in an insulated casing is what I was getting at. Again, when we've got nothing cooking, we'll show you how to pull that apart.
Yeah.
There's some really good things about it.
So I'm just gonna do that. Some salt, some olive oil, and then I will find some, I will go grab some, whatchamacallit?
Sun-dried tomatoes.
Yeah, that. And I'll add it to it, and then I'll bake it. And we may or may not see it, but that's the gist of it. So you can add what you like. So I'm gonna put some sun-dried tomatoes here, and I'll just put some herbs on that one, just to make it, we've got a lot of different taste buds.
I saw one where someone actually put leftover bolognese on.
Yeah. I don't have that today.
Sorry, get me out some bolognese.
I know. All right, so I'm just gonna go grab the sun-dried tomatoes from the fridge.
Because I threw a spanner in the works.
What's your spanner?
I made you get sun-dried tomatoes. You have all your ingredients out and ready, so it looks professional. And I added something else.
We still look professional. We're just being a little.
Oh, I've got 46 seconds to go. And then it gets really exciting. Oh, you didn't tell me you opened the pasta. I picked it up at the wrong end. I didn't know it was open.
I've got a demo this afternoon, so I've got things packed ready to go, and I need some sun-dried tomatoes.
Would you like some help?
Maybe we might have to cut it. I think it's a chopper. Yeah, it's a chopper.
Yeah.
It's gonna say, otherwise they're gonna spend 10 minutes watching us try and open. I haven't got the best hands, so it's not uncommon for me not to be able to open something and pass it sideways.
I'm Michelle's muscle.
Yep, definitely.
All right, I'm singing.
You are.
Yeah. So back to my current step, because I had a bit of a play around with that water. I'm gonna go next and add. Open it away from you. Steam goes away from you. Unless it's been a very long time since you've had a facial, or if you don't have glasses.
Oh no, still do it.
I haven't cleaned the bowl in between it all. All of those flavours are going to get cooked in my half the liquids. What's drama? 350. How much is in this bag?
Oh, I don't know.
500.
I don't eat all this pasta these days, so I can't remember. There we go.
Yeah, I do. Oh, 100 less.
All right.
You know what? I'm putting a whole lot in just for this five. I don't know.
150 more.
No, it wasn't. It was like maybe 20 extra pieces. So, oh, cook without lid.
Yep.
Cook without lid. Okay. You can cook without lid.
That's why we're here. To cook without the lid.
Sorry, the last pasta dish I made, I actually snapped it.
Oh, you never
Not
snapped
that one.
pasta.
Sorry. 10 well.
Oh.
So gently pressing spaghetti down with your hands or bringing it upside down spatula until almost immediately in the water.
Yeah.
So, I've got to set time. So with any pasta that you're cooking in the Thermomix, your time is always whatever the packet says.
Yep.
And then I'm normally adamant because I'm paranoid.
You just let it sit.
Yeah. And I'm going to add some salt. You have to put salt in with pasta.
Yep. Do they add oil or anything?
So it actually says in the tips, because all the recipes have tips. Once I put the lid on, if it actually starts bubbling over, it says to put oil in and that'll stop it.
Yeah. Okay. So it says to if you need it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
8 minutes. 130. Right.
All right.
So the blades aren't turning.
No.
And with my, what's it called? With my water is already hot.
Mm.
Having microwave picking up with that thing. What's that? I'm not sure how the microwave picking up was that in between.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
If I'm clanking around, sorry, I'll finish in a second.
We need another bowl.
Yeah. I can't wait to earn another bowl.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I earned this machine. Happy enough with that so far.
Yes. Very grateful for our machines.
What are my next steps?
Have a squeeze. There we go.
No. Sorry, push it all down until it's down.
Pull down, shut down.
Push it all down until it's down.
Yep.
Modes can only be used from the current recipe.
Oh, I think you're playing around.
Because I was in a different step.
Yeah.
Pause that now.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my lid on. A cap on. Because I've got the pasta down that the lid can go on.
Yeah.
So that's why we're going to go to this step. If I press those 3 little dots, I can say make this current step.
Yeah.
Set time. Really didn't take long for that pasta to go down either. And you can tell these tumblers a lot easier. Big one, reverse, it's all set. I don't know if you can see, there's water on my screen. Sorry, Shell, there's water on my screen. There we go. So it's just going to put my pasta on.
All right. Now, I haven't cleaned this properly because I don't want to make too much noise. I'll put it on a pre-clean in a minute. But I just wanted to show, we were going to show.
Yeah.
Let's put it all back together. Start from the beginning. All right.
It's usually the best place to start.
Usually there's a song about that. All right. Now, so this is your bowl, obviously. This little lever here, so there's no more twisting the base to get the bowl, the blade out. You just push the lever, take your blade out, and that releases it. What's great about this is it doesn't have the handle to go in the dishwasher. It fits much better. It doesn't get in the way like it used to. This is your insulated casing. This, it doesn't need to go in the dishwasher. It's not recommended to go in the dishwasher, but it doesn't need it. Honestly, if I'm quite a messy cook, and I just sort of rinse it if I really massacred it. But otherwise, to give it a wipe, I've just given mine a wipe. Yeah, and it's been fine. So it looks like it would be a pain, but it's actually not. Just, you know, because I did look at that and go, oh, that's going to be hard, but it hasn't been. And then this just straight in like that. And your blade sits in the bottom, same as the 5 and the 6. And then once it's in there all together, you just push the lever. And you always do that to make sure it's in right. Another tip is, like with any Thermomix, never, ever put it anywhere near the base, not put together, because you'll walk in tired, or if kids are doing the dishwasher or partners and they don't know how to put it back together.
Partners and kids are in the same boat. I love it.
I have a rule where they put the parts upside down beside the Thermomix and I put it together later, because I don't want them to half put it together. Maybe they don't do the lever and then you put it on. So same as the 6, if the base wasn't on the 6 and it was popped on, you don't want to flood it.
And those pins have to be dry.
Yeah, so these can get wet. They just must be dry to go in here because they're going into the base of the Thermomix. Did you want me to? You can. You can show that with sauces.
Green switch. Okay. So yeah, they're just lines and they're really good. They're so easy to clean around. Yep. And this is up instead of down inserted.
Yeah.
A lot less fiddlier areas to clean, and it's not heavy. She didn't see me throw it in the air then. She had her back turned.
I heard it. La, la, la.
I can't wait. I have a caravan, so this storage wise, so much better.
Yeah.
It'll fit in a drawer. Not that it'll stay in a drawer, but for travel.
For travel,
it'll fit in a drawer because it travels separately with the bowl.
Yeah, it's not like previous models. They don't go on the. So there's no travel mode or anything like that. It's just keep it somewhere where it's not going to bounce around.
Sorry, Shell. How does the bowl stay on the base when we're cooking?
It locks in.
Magnets, yeah?
The lid's got a magnetic lock.
Lid's got a magnet?
Yeah, but the base locks it in from under the unit, so you can't push it over, etc. Under speed 2, the magnetic lock on the lid is not locked, so you can have that freedom to open it. And like I did before,
You can open mine now. It's under speed 2.
See?
And you can check how the pasta's going.
and it just stops and it keeps going. Like, be careful. You're not obviously cooking from behind you in a minute. Does it start again? Yep. You can't hear it. So I actually have to look at the screen now.
I looked at the lights. As soon as the lights started flashing again, I knew it was cooking.
Oh, great idea. Okay, cool. So yeah, magnetic lid will lock over speed 2 so that you can't open it. Under speed 2, you can have a look.
Now, with the cap, because it's no longer the MC, we do still have those gaps there. You can still emulsify.
Yeah, keep up the oil when it'll go through.
So still make all your mayonnaise. I haven't tried the egg white separation. I think it'd still be the same.
Yeah, I've seen other people do it and it's worked. So
yeah,
I didn't have the guts to do it that way. I was always worried I'd get a yolk that popped and it'd go through everything.
Yeah, same. And then there's no more stir with aid of spatula. And my seal is black. I like the black.
Yeah, well, it looks pretty, doesn't it? It's all made from recycled plastic.
Which is why it's black, isn't it?
Yeah, they say it's the easiest.
Yep.
Easiest to do.
Good for the environment.
My husband's sniffing. You can smell the caramelized onion and everything.
Sorry, we're making lunch for you.
Yeah, making food.
Oh,
All right.
what else we got? How's the focaccia going?
Look at that. That's all those tomatoes.
Have dried.
Well, it's probably my oven's a bit crappy. We'll go down, I think.
I usually find with sun-dried tomatoes, I'll put them on in the last minute or two of anything.
I've had trouble with my oven and it just suddenly burns things, which has not been very helpful. And you know what's funny is people bring up how much a Thermomix is, but I've been in this house for 9 years and the Thermomix I first bought is still alive and well, but I've gone through, this is my second oven now. And they cost the same as a Thermomix.
Yeah, true.
So, but I'll replace that in an instant if it dies. It's so funny. But yeah, it hasn't, and this is a Smeg, the last one was whatever brand, it doesn't matter. They just get worked so hard, especially.
Well, we renovated the kitchen and lived on a trestle table in the lounge room with a Thermomix.
Yeah, it's a great point. When you're doing renovations, we hear all the time, I'm going to renovate, and when I'm finished renovating in my new kitchen, I'll get a Thermomix. But get it beforehand so that while your kitchen's being renovated, you can still cook. So you had a great setup.
Yeah, especially the all-in-one dishes like the carbonara.
Yeah.
It's just perfect.
Yeah, and you can even use it as a kettle if you want, like it has all uses. Yeah. What are we up to? 1 minute.
It's winter, so we did porridge a lot.
Porridge, yeah, one of my kids love porridge.
It's just easy.
Yeah.
Set and forget.
It's a quick one, isn't it? What are you doing?
Getting out of your brownie mode.
No, okay. Yep.
Mm.
Awesome.
What have you got planned? Sour cream and chicken enchiladas. And blackberry bramble. What's a blackberry bramble, Michelle?
It looks like a delicious cocktail. I was scrolling through Cookie Gin the other day and I'm like, oh, I want to drink that.
It sounds like a cake, but I will drink that.
I don't drink a lot, and then I'm restricted now that I'm diabetic with what I can drink. Cocktails are often not on the list because they're all full of sugar syrup. This one has got a little bit of maple syrup in it, which I can have a little bit. It's got gin and it's got it's got black berries in it. Yeah, it just looks yum. It looks fun to try. So
Michelle mentioned it last night while she was at my house for dinner because I was making the pisco sour from Cookie Dough.
Yeah.
When I asked her what it was, for someone who's never made it, she rattled off all the ingredients. So clearly she's been dreaming about making it.
It's tricky to find things that I can eat and drink now. So when I find something that is different and sounds fun, and it's not a salad and it's not water or soda water, it's really exciting.
It's gin based, isn't it? You like gin.
I like gin. I mean, obviously I can't drink a lot of alcohol, but.
And any cocktail you make is a really good way to clean your bowl because alcohol.
I just start with my own bowl and then use that to sparkle.
Yes, make it sparkle.
It's really full of stuff they don't.
You're going to jump back into my screen. Whoopsie, you can go next. Drain the pasta through. Oh, I can't read this upside down. Drain the pasta and transfer to bowl with pancetta.
I'm going to drain it in your. Do you want me to get your? Yeah. Or do you want to?
Oh.
You can drain it a few ways. So you could use your bromer as a colander, or you can use your simmer basket and.
Oh, this one's better.
But I like this one.
And this one's square. I love the new barometer and it fits in the stick better.
It's 45% bigger. Hang on 2 seconds. Let's move that so they can see you.
Oh, see me drain.
See you drainer.
Yeah, sorry. So just fits in the stick.
There you go. A great way to use it.
Oh, you may not have done it with the dough, but I can do it with spaghetti. So the spaghetti will go around the blade. You've got something turning, reverse or slow even.
Yeah.
My spatula is a different shape. Sits on the, twist it around. Then I'm not sticking my hand in near it. And it does a little spaghetti dance to come out.
Yeah, so it's perfect for doughs. The work of spaghetti. No, but that's okay.
You just got to take it. It's like,
Tangled.
it's tangled.
That's
You've just
right.
got to look and see what the, gosh,
But it's good.
words.
It's good that spatula is firm enough to do that though. Yeah, cool. Oh.
I do now. I'm going to put that in. It's so hard backwards. Yeah. Put that in a thermoserver with my pancetta and very little bit of onion.
Soak an onion.
That turned it really well.
Still dripping a little.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm gonna fill that with water. What would you like?
$1 million.
Oh yes, please.
We're going to go next. Quickly cover to keep it hot. Then immediately continue with the recipe. That I could read upside down. I'm going to get rid of the last little bits of pasta in here.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't want them in with my egg whites.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not be tasty at all. See my 40 and 6 in the background.
You know what?
It's sad.
Oh, mine's not, because the kids are still too scared to use this one. Until they have a lesson.
A lesson?
Yeah.
Aren't they cute?
Well, I did show them how to use the other ones before they used them.
It's the same, but different.
Straight on. Right.
Perfect.
Eggs.
Is it a hot bowl? Is that all right?
Yeah. 3 eggs and 1 egg yolk. I was just looking at the bowl that she prepared for me. And I'm like, there's 4 eggs in here, but it says 3. I was making sure.
3 eggs and 1 egg yolk.
3 eggs and 1 egg yolk. So more egg yolks than egg whites.
Yep.
Don't. And it was some brown pepper. I think you've forgotten about this pasta. Yeah.
I threw it in my life. Honestly.
This is why we prefer the Thermomix.
I know. All right, so those sun-dried tomatoes that I got, the little tiny strips, are not a good idea. I should have used the
Just
bigger
throw them in
one.
on the end.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to add the reserved cheese in with those eggs. And next, add some sea salt. Don't know what other salt is. Is there any other salt other than from sea?
Oh dear.
Sorry.
That's going to be a. That's
Let's
one
find
to
out.
Google.
We're going to do for 15 seconds. Done.
There you go. That's my.
Stephen took some right off to show
She did
you.
because they're these ones, and I don't normally buy these ones, but I did an online order. And they're actually quite dry to start with, and I normally use the bigger ones that are immersed in oil.
Yeah.
So it does behave differently. So good idea to put those on at the last minute, I think. But have play, see what happens.
Now I'm going to transfer this directly onto the pasta while it is still hot. It's going to help with that cooking process of the eggs. And then I'm going to toss it around.
And it's perfect.
I won't do what I do at home because
No.
Michelle, a lot of times I put the lid on and just toss it.
You do you.
You do you, boo.
You be your authentic self, Kimberly.
Right. 'Cause
But I may have preempted that. That's why I gave you Tom's.
Oh,
With love.
that pancetta through that's on the bottom.
Oh,
Oh.
that looks good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Proper. It's delicious. Takes hardly any time to make.
There we go. How delicious. I'm sad I can't eat this. It smells amazing. Like so good.
Next, garnish with parsley instead. I don't garnish with parsley. Actually, when you see the photos I put online of any of my food, sometimes it's coriander sitting on top or anything green I can find from the garden.
Yep.
Just with photos, then it comes straight up.
Yeah.
There we go. No, perfect traditional carbonara. And that's lunch. That is lunch.
They've got a spoilt rat lunch today, haven't they?
We get first dibs. And then that's just going to go on the pre-clean. And with the pre-clean, it's just sitting up there in my cooking centre.
Yeah.
And we can also customise what I'm going to call the homepage.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah. So it's quite
However you like to cook.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you've seen today and seen us use the TM7 and you would like to get a TM7, we do have orders are open. The delivery has a bit of a delay to it because it's a new product and it's super exciting. So for the next couple of months, there will be ETAs on deliveries. At the moment, we're sitting at a September delivery, where as the orders roll in, we do expect that date to push out. So if it's something that you want to get mixing around spring or by Christmas, then probably jump on that. Now, the only other way you can get delivery immediately is if you do join to become a consultant. We do have a zero deposit at the moment, so it's nothing to pay. So if you had a couple of friends or family members that might have been interested in looking at a TM7, then you could earn yourself either a Thermomix without paying for it or a heavy discount on it. So food for thought there if it's something that you might like to do.
Is that a pun? Food for thought?
Food for thought. May, if you want it to be. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been super exciting to show you and to learn along with you.
And I'm looking at all the other parts that come with the TM7. I'm like, we didn't even go over those. There's so much still to teach.
Yeah.
So much to learn.
Yeah. So every time we do a Zoom, we just do a little bit different and eventually all the pieces of the puzzle will come together. Maybe. It's just a machine that has such a broad, like you could do so many things in it. Everybody uses it differently. Kimberly uses it totally different to how I use it to the next person. So keep it in mind. You're just seeing a smidgen of it every time we do a Zoom. Want to say goodbye?
We need a catchphrase.
Oh no, we don't.
Catchphrase.
You know, what was that? It was one that was like, bye for now.
Bye now. That's Barbie. Bye now.
Oh no. We're gonna go. We need a coffee, I think. Yeah. There we go. And we stop recording. Oh, I did it. How come I can't stop recording?
They're still there even though you've stopped recording.
I know.
Just so you know.
You
You're
know.
not bad about any of them.
No, they're all lovely. Stop recording.